This strange device was the first fixed-wing aircraft to combine search and attack in anti-submarine warfare operations to be operated by the British Fleet Air Arm. The Gannet ferry was powered by characteristic counter-rotating propellers and had been specifically designed for use on aircraft carriers. After the Second World War, the latest variants left the role of anti-submarine warfare to become an airborne early warning platform, and we will see them in a new Aeropedia video. The design work of the Gannet began in response to the issuance of a requirement in 1945 from the Admiralty, which was looking for a new aircraft capable of performing both anti-submarine warfare and attack missions, as before these two tasks were performed with two different aircraft. Two manufacturers presented, Ferry and Blackbird aircraft. Ferry approached engine manufacturer Armstrong Siddeley to develop a new engine based on the existing Armstrong Siddeley Mamba turboprop engine, and they called it Double Mamba, also known as Twin Mamba. This engine essentially consisted of a pair of Mamba engines mounted side by side, and they shared a gearbox or reduction box in common. The acceptance of this proposal allowed Ferry to develop a rather unusual propulsion arrangement for his proposed aircraft, which was normally only possible for a single-engine aircraft. By using a pair of counter-rotating coaxial propellers, several advantages were presented over their conventional twin-engine counterparts. For example, one engine could be turned off and its propeller stopped without producing asymmetry and continue flying normally. In 1946, Ferry received an initial contract to produce two prototypes on September 19, 1949. A first prototype made its first flight. A year later, it made its first landing on the deck of the aircraft carrier Her Majesty's Ship Illustrious. In June of '50, the second prototype flew, which had quite a few changes, the main ones, a third crew member and an extended bomb bay. The changes also included the repositioning of the radar and the landing gear. It was usually operated by a crew of 3 people, a pilot and 2 air observers. The pilot sat directly above the Double Mamba engine and behind the gearbox. The Gannet's wing folded in 2 places, forming a distinctive Z on each side, and this was done to minimize space requirements while being stored on board aircraft carriers. The length of the nose wheel shock absorber gave the Gannet a distinctive high-nose attitude, which was a common characteristic of transport aircraft of the time. It was a design of a mid-wing turboprop aircraft. It had a maximum takeoff weight of 20 tons and had a flight time in operations of 6 hours. Its maximum speed was 500 km per hour and it had a bomb bay to carry up to 900 kilograms of armament. The Gannet had a considerable internal bomb bay within the fuselage. It was the first British aircraft in service of the flat air arm capable of storing all its ammunition inside an internal bomb bay. The aircraft could carry depth charges, sonobuoys, torpedoes, bombs, markers, mines, and up to 16 Mk-8 rockets or 24 Mk-5 rockets on its anchor points. The main search system was a PASEL air surface radar, which used a retractable rod placed under the rear fuselage, right behind the bomb bay. The Armstrong-Siddeley double Mamba engine consisted of two Mamba engines that were mounted in a side-by-side arrangement, as we had said, coupled to a reduction gearbox where each engine drove its own propeller. There was also a dedicated trainer variant, the Gannet T2, equipped with dual controls in the front cabins with a retractable periscope for the second cabin, while the radar and exploration equipment were eliminated. Anti-submarine warfare models were developed in the late 50s. The Gannet AS4 and its equivalent trainer, the T5, were improved. During 1958, this aircraft was selected to replace the Douglas Skyrider Airborne Early Warning 1 for the Airborne Early Warning and Control function, and in order to accommodate the systems required for this new mission. The Gannet underwent a significant redesign, which saw a new version of the Double Mamba, a new tailpiece mounted under the aircraft. A tail fin that increased the area, the landing gear was lengthened, and the weapons bay was removed. In total, 44 aircraft were produced, including an AEW-3 prototype. Starting from May of 1958, the West German Navy began operations of the Gannet AS4. This country had bought 15 Gannet AS4 and a single TE5 for training. It was also acquired by the navies of Indonesia, which bought 18 plus a trainer, and Australia, which bought 33, Gannet AS1 and 3T2. By the mid-60s, the Gannet AS1 and AS4 models of the Royal Navy had been replaced by the Westland Whirlwind helicopters. Until next time, I'm Marcos and you're watching Aeropedia.